I was just shocked by your beauty. I turned into an anime boy. I was just shocked by your beauty. This is actually like the dichotomy of man right now. Because you
What?
look stunning and amazing and beautiful, and I just got done with rugby and showered, and I look like a piece of actual like words. I need to like do something. This is terrible.
This is how I felt in the first episode when I was sitting in the floor of my closet
That was iconic though.
with the most heinous lighting.
The closet 8. Yeah, my light is just like my little desk light that I've had for like 45 trillion years. Ugh, it's just. Oh, I fucking moved my lipstick. I was about to put on a little gloss, a little moment,
A little gloss.
but I only have one and she's in a different
Oh.
location. So, whatever.
Ew.
Happy Labor Day weekend.
Yippee!
Me, I went to the game. I tossed a
The
football with my
game.
son. I drank a beer. I went to a barbecue.
Yeah.
I actually unironically
Uh-huh.
did go to a barbecue. Let's talk about that.
Oh.
Barbecue
Yeah, what
did
barbecue did you go
happen.
to?
Okay, what it was a rugby
Okay.
barbecue. It was yeah, so
Thought you won rugby.
yeah, it doesn't count really, but um it was a
Always
barbecue.
doing a sport.
Yeah, we can get into that. Dude, are you a running? Do you run? Like when
No.
you go to the gym, do you run? I like don't know how people do
No,
it, and
I I
my
I
legs and my
can't.
feet are fucked right now because of all the running that I've been doing that I'm like not used to, and that's how you get chin splints, and that's what's happening to me. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. When I like did tennis in high school, I like sprinting, but I really did need that 2 seconds of standing there. If I don't have the 2 seconds of standing, I really can't do it.
Your tennis era was crazy. I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah,
You're like
I
really
really want
tennising. You were
I was
like
really
all
tennising.
tennis, yeah.
I was in for the tennis. I really want to play, but it's like I've lost the skill, and so I need someone who's also bad at tennis to play with me. Because it's like one on one. So if you play with someone who's really good, you're
Yeah.
just kind of like standing there.
No one will play with for fun with you.
I guess I could
Just
just
to
ask
josh.
someone. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I'll ask someone if they just want to go josh around and play tennis.
Just josh around on the
Just
tennis
josh
courts.
around
Like
on the tennis
Lord would
courts.
have wanted that. Lord would have
This
like
is the future she
he
wants.
prophesied that. So
Yeah, she kind of did.
um
Okay.
but Labor Day other than that,
What?
did you go to a barbecue or just no labor?
No, there's well,
No labor is a good,
I
you know, that's a good place to
I did
start.
some homework.
Oh,
Um, and
uh,
then there's a Clemson game tonight. It's away. My roommate did invite me to go to a
oh,
watch party, but I was like, no, thank you. No
a watch
thanks.
party. When I was at the
Yeah.
barbecue, the people were talking about like frat darties that were happening, like all these frat
Mm-hmm.
darties, and I was like, I not in my entire life have I ever had the urge or want to venture out to a frat darty. Like a day
Mm-hmm.
party, darty in the middle of the day at a townhouse with all these men. But they were like, there's like
Lame.
not that many men there. It's actually like really women filled and like it's chill. And I was like,
I
no.
don't trust that.
So I don't
No,
know if
thank
I'm like,
you.
I don't know. Like I feel like so disconnected from the fraternity sorority scene. Like, I just don't. I don't even know people who are in that or do that.
Some of my coworkers are, and that's the only people I know. But it's like it's kind of hard to be at Clemson and not know at least one person
Yeah, because
who's in
it's
the
so many.
sorority. Yeah, it's
A lot of the
huge.
ones here are like business ones and like men
Okay.
in business and like women in STEM and that type of thing.
Okay.
So, classic. We'll just leave that up to the gods to figure out. Like, I don't know, that can float around in the ether or something. Like, I don't know who who's getting
Mm-mm.
into that, but it's not me. It isn't me. Yeah. So,
Mm-mm.
but tennis was your only venture. Maybe? Did you do another
Yes.
venture into
No,
athleticism?
I no, I tried to play soccer a couple times when I was in Ecuador, but again, they everyone there was just like really good at it, and so I was just kind of like running back and forth. But
Raised on soccer. That was me when
yeah.
I joined the soccer team for half of a season.
Oh,
And
at
they,
Wilson, I
yeah,
do
and
remember
they
that.
put me on the bus. Was that when you were still there? Were you
You
there for
played
that?
briefly, my for freshman year, you played briefly. I don't know if you did it again.
Wait. No, freshman year I
Okay.
like went to the conditioning, I think, for a
Oh,
little
maybe that's
bit,
what I
but I
remember.
was like sickly and so I had to like make up an excuse to stop because I like physically could
Mm,
not handle that. I was like dying.
yeah.
And then the sophomore year, all the people who were joining freshman year were already joining and they were like
Hmm.
knew how to do everything whatever, but I came back because I think they needed someone for the
Hmm.
JV or something, but it was like maybe February or March or something crazy, and they just put me on a bus without a uniform, like only half a uniform or something, like no
What do you mean half a
socks. Like I
uniform?
think I had a shirt, but like different shorts, and like I didn't have any socks. I like barely had shoes. I don't know what I was. I don't know. And I didn't know how to play the game. Like I hadn't been to a single practice, and they put me on the bus to go to an
Yeah.
away game. And then
Yeah.
it started storming. And so we got to turn around and go home.
Same. Oh,
No,
that's
that
epic.
was
So you didn't actually play?
yeah, that was
Oh.
really epic. because because I was like trying to tell people I was like I don't have any socks. I don't
You
have
don't
any
have anything.
socks. I don't
Guys, I can't
I
play
can't
without
run
my
on the I can't
socks.
get on the field with these random cuz I was using my sister's softball socks. Like these shits were blue, they were purple, they were orange. Like I was wearing socks of all different colors and maybe I had black ones on. I don't know, but I was like really stressed about that. I was like, guys, like, I don't know how
What
to
do I do?
play. Where am I gonna go on the field? What am I gonna do?
What?
And then even after we had practice, I still didn't know how to play, and I still played games, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Love that for
but
you. Did you have did you have cleats? Yeah. Yeah.
and
Okay,
my
good.
cleats that I wore then are the cleats that I'm wearing to rugby now.
Okay.
Okay,
Reusing?
multi-use? Did
Yeah.
we say multi-use on that? Because let's say how close I was so close to donating these, giving them to a better cause, letting the youth,
Mm-mm.
reach their
Mm-mm.
full potential, but they
Right.
stayed somehow. They stayed in my closet all these years, and then I texted my mommy. I was like, "Mom, are my cleats still at home? Can you mail those to me?" And she did. And she did. And now I have them. Now, let's just talk about the fact that whenever I did play soccer, I literally was like falling over dying, like chin splint attack central, like
Yeah.
terrible, like literally in the middle of games too. And so I was like, is it even a good thing that I still have these cleats? Because maybe they're the problem. Like maybe
Mm.
that's the problem. But I think I just need to talk to I need to get like a insert or something
Oh, for your little
like
soul.
yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know what's going on. I'm not a foot. I'm not a I don't know. I usually just buy like the first shoe that is, happening. Like
Mm-hmm.
my tennis shoes, my running shoes are like
Yeah.
they're Adidas because I just thought they
Period.
looked normal and I was like, "Oh god, I'll get these. They look
Okay.
normal and they're not like, the ones that are like $1 trillion." I was like
Yeah.
the cheapest
I'll get
ones. Those are
those.
good. And then you start using them and you're like, fuck, like, it's the worst thing I've
It
ever done.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. But today was just so. Was it hot as balls outside?
It was pretty
Sorry.
hot today. I
Hot
like,
as shit.
oh,
I don't know if balls is like a qualifier to you, but like I feel like balls is pretty hot.
no,
Not hot like that, but like,
like that.
yeah, but
But
yeah.
no, I was outside for like 10 minutes to do this thing for
Ugh.
one of my labs, and I was like, this sucks. And I'm going back
And
inside.
then you get back inside. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna go to the gym today too, but then I was like, no, because then I have to like be outside briefly, and I'm not doing that.
There's no reason, especially on Labor Day. Okay, it's Monday.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah, I'll
going to
go there
class.
tomorrow.
We're not going to work. We are simply
Mm.
staying inside. I, for one, organized my closet
Ooh,
and vacuumed my rug. Huge,
okay,
huge, huge,
huge.
huge.
Yeah.
And homework, was she done? Listen, philosophically, she was thought about. She was pondered
Uh-huh.
upon.
Right.
I'm digesting the information,
Yeah.
and she will suffice. Tomorrow
See,
is a day that will happen. It'll pass, and it'll be okay.
it'll be
It
fine.
will be okay. Yeah, yeah,
And then when you go to do it, you have thought about it so much
yeah.
subconsciously that you're gonna be ready for it.
And that's what I like to
That's what it
tell
is.
myself, and I get my sleep in, and it's all good. I also got a bike helmet
Okay, you have
because
a bike? I didn't know you had a bike.
no, I don't have a bike, but you know what?
Oh,
I do
oh.
have a student membership to there's a bike share,
Oh,
DC bike share, and if you're a student, it's like way cheaper than the normal price. It's
yeah.
like $20 for a whole year or something. And I was like, I should bike. I should start
Mm-hmm.
biking. But I was
Mm-hmm.
not getting on that bike if I didn't have a damn helmet. Because
Mm-hmm.
one thing about me is I will fall, I will get in
Mm-hmm.
someone's way, they will hit me, I will die, and I will have that helmet on. Like,
Yeah,
it's too dangerous to take those
it
chances.
is.
But apparently I've been talking to people about my plan to bike, and some people who live like near where I live are like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like the biking is really cool. Like it's cool they have all those bikes around, and like you can rack it really easy, whatever. But they're like, but how are you gonna do that uphill on the way back? And I was like, I didn't know that there was an uphill on the way back.
I'm not going to do that
Yeah, maybe
actually.
I just won't. Maybe I just won't do that. I don't
No,
know.
I don't think
So I think
so.
I'm gonna give it a tester. And if it's awful, then
Okay.
we'll see. But I don't know if I have the courage to do that tomorrow. I don't know. Like, technically, I could do it tomorrow, but
It's
it's scary. It's scary out here.
Yeah, I brought a bike with me this year.
Really?
Um, but the thing is that Clemson only has bike lanes when you get close to campus.
Mm
And
hmm.
I live like a
Mm hmm.
10-minute drive from campus, maybe a 20 to 30-minute bike ride.
Yeah.
And there's not bike lanes until like halfway through. And I know these South Carolina drivers
Mm
would hit
mm.
me with their bike.
They will hit you.
And
They
I
will.
really don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And also, like, yeah.
Even
And
if they
Clemson's
don't
in the
hit you,
hills, so I will
they're
have
gonna
to
curse at
bike
you.
uphill.
The hills are so bad there. So
Yes, and then I'm just gonna be scared. They're bad,
yeah.
and I don't
And
want to
then
do
it
that.
it gets
I
into
want to take the
that
bus,
situation where you're like,
personally.
am I gonna be the person, like all the people in the cars are like riding past, and you're like can't get up the hill. You have to get off the bike. You're like walking up the hill. It could happen.
Yes, oh my gosh.
It
And
could
that's so
happen.
embarrassing. And like Clemson's not small, but it's not that big, and it's like statistically someone I know is gonna see me on that bike. And
Yeah.
I really don't want that for me.
No, I don't want that for you.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
personally. Um,
Mm-mm.
how has the parking situation been? There's been, okay, so you're not on the TikTok gram, but let me tell you what's
Mhm.
happening. There's this dude who's like an interviewer type guy,
Mhm.
like man on the street type of guy at the University of Tennessee. And there's been these
Mhm.
videos
Mhm.
where like apparently this year at the University of Tennessee it was like crazy with the parking thing. Like they sold all those passes and then like no parking or whatever the fuck. And so I was like, "Oh, it's kind of like Clemson core." But is
It
it
is Clemson core.
is it still like that? Is it worse?
Yeah, I mean, I take the bus now, so I don't really park, but I did have to buy because for my lab, I have to go some days to this building that's off campus
Mhm.
to like do some work. So I have like they have a park and ride thing, which is where I park in like a lot that's further away. And then they have a shuttle that comes every 10 minutes and takes me, which is like faster than me taking the bus all the way back to my apartment. So
Yeah.
that one's not busy. But one of the days this like past 2 weeks, I was gonna park. We have like metered spots on campus that you can like pay for
Pay
like a couple
for.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna do that because I needed to be somewhere right after class. And I was trying to get there, and it took me 30 minutes once I was on campus to get there because the cars were just backed up trying to get into the parking
No.
lots. And
Wait.
I was like almost late
Wait.
for my class. Like, thank God for my late paranoia. So I
Yeah.
was right on time,
Yeah.
but it was really bad. It was not fun for
How
me.
how bad is your lateness paranoia? Like day to day,
Hmm.
how bad does it get? Because mine is like clinical at this point. Like I think
Oh,
it's like not good.
oh no. Mine used to be really bad, but honestly, when I studied abroad in the Galapagos, Miss Girls were really living on island time, and that
Yeah.
really, I
Oh,
think
the
that really helped
island
me.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody was on time for anything.
No.
So that helped me a lot, but I would say for like classes, I get to campus like 45 minutes before I need to be.
Like just
So,
now because I wasn't on
hmm
campus, I had to just like and I did this Friday too because I wasn't on campus Friday, but to get to rugby,
hmm
it's not like as easy to calculate because I'm not closer. So
hmm
today, getting there, I was like an hour early to the fucking field. Like there's
Yeah, ain't
no
that just the way?
reason.
Ain't that just the
There's
way?
no reason to be that early. And what did I do? Not, like I got eaten by
You sit
ants.
there.
I sat in the hot
Hmm.
weather.
Yeah.
Um, it was just unnecessary, but it's hard to cuz I whenever I factor in like train times, I have to transfer twice, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I technically could transfer 3 times, but it's like the third like doing 3 versus doing 2 is like the
Yeah.
same whatever. So I usually do
Yeah.
2. And they're pretty frequent trains, but like what if you catch it right as it's leaving? Boom, that's
Yeah.
like you get the longest time and then you catch the second one right is you have to allow the greatest
Yeah.
margins and I just round up. So if anything's like
Yes.
8 minutes, that's actually 15. I round up
Mm-hmm.
in 15-minute intervals.
That's
Um
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my normal timeline, I'll just run you through it. I wake up
Mhm.
7 a.m. Okay, because I don't know about you. Me waking up, I don't rise and shine. I rise and I sit there and I'm paralyzed by the day before me and I want to go back to sleep. And then it takes me about 15 minutes and then I'm up. So 7:15 I'm up
Mhm.
and then I have to get ready. Have to take my time getting ready and then 8:20 I'm out the house. I'm like walking out the door 8:20.
Mhm.
My classes start at 9:35, 4 days of the week.
Okay.
That's not
Okay.
bad. So
No.
8:20 I'm leaving. 9:30 class starts, and that's usually early. But so what if I'm early? I can get a coffee. I
Mhm.
can be the first person in the class. Like this past week, I was just making conversation with the other early
Okay.
birds, and
Okay.
you get some
A socializer.
yeah,
Okay.
no, well, I mean, I didn't start that, but I did.
Oh, you
Anyway,
engaged.
I did
Yeah.
engage. Yeah, I don't know. Are you taking any classes this semester with people who are not upperclassmen? Like, are you taking any basic classes? Like, probably not.
Yeah,
Or
well, I am just because I'm taking a soils class, which isn't required for my
not the soils.
concentration in my major, but a lot of grad schools want it. And also like it is just important. I don't know why it's not a part of my major because it actually is like really important.
Wait,
So
why
I'm taking
wouldn't that
that
be a
one.
part of your major?
That's why I
Actually,
literally don't. We have to take a class that requires it as a prerequisite. So everyone just has to get it overrided. But I don't
wait,
understand why we don't just take it.
yeah, what?
But yeah, there's like a couple upperclassmen in there, but there's also like a couple like freshmen, couple sophomores.
Yeah, because I feel like that's the only reason I've been like, I'm like really. It's interesting because being a senior, you just get that senior flow.
Hmm.
You're like, this is
You kind
my
of do.
town. This is my town. I know where everything is. Oh, you're lost. Where do
Hmm.
you need to go? I'll tell you.
I'll
It's
tell you.
over there. It's take a right round the corner. Um, but it's weird because basically my semester is like I'm taking two design classes, upperclassmen design classes, like,
Hmm.
you know, and then two like requirement classes, like just to check off boxes. So one is like a
Hmm.
poli sci class that has a bunch of like sophomore, junior, senior
Yeah.
mix, and then one is a science class that has like literally all freshmen. We have to get into the COVID thing, but give me a second. Oh
So
my
true.
god.
So
But
true.
the weird thing is that my design classes I'm taking, the guy who's teaching that, it's the same guy for both classes,
Uh-huh.
and he's like our thesis professor kind of, like he's just our guy now. And people met him last year, like he started last year.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I just
Yeah.
come into thesis class like I know all these people. These are my best friends. And the teacher like knows everybody too, but I'm like it just I'm like, "Oh my god, like I'm
I
here.
don't
Like
know
I'm
you.
new. Like hi, but I'm not
Hmm.
new at all. Like I'm not new. You're
Yeah.
new, bitch." And
Yeah.
that's been interesting. It's also interesting because there I'm just like when it's a group of 10 people that you've had like 1,000 classes with over the span of a 4-year degree. Like
Hmm.
that's what my thesis class is. When it's that
Hmm.
group and he's asking like open-ended questions, bitch, I was hello. I'm raising my hand.
Hi.
I'm giving answers. I'm
Uh-huh.
wanting to jump into conversation. And I don't know if it was like first week whatever or people were tired or something, but like I just the conversation was not flowing and I was raising my hand so
Oh.
much and I felt like I was like this presence because the guy doesn't know me. He's just meeting me. He knows the other people and yet nobody
Uh-huh.
is saying anything. I was like, dude, here's an answer.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I'll
quiet.
tell
Here's an
you.
answer because it wasn't like trick questions. It was just like discussion
Yeah.
questions.
You're
Um
right.
whatever, but I'm really excited. I'm so excited for thesis. It's so exciting. It's like you get the chance to do one thing and you can do whatever you
Hmm.
want. You could do
Actually,
literally
it's fun.
anything. It's
That's
so
really
fun.
fun.
You guys should do a plant thesis. It's like you get to build like a sign like a
Uh-huh.
wait, you guys do have one of those? Have I asked that? I feel like I've
I
asked that before. You guys
I
should
have
have that.
like I have like a practicum, but that's just like you have to take an internship or do experience of our choice.
Wait, my Elise, my sister,
Honey.
she is doing. She's in a new one of those new majors. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like I don't know what it's called. It's like something business related.
Okay.
I don't know, but
Oh,
it's
I
one
don't
of the
know
new
those.
ones. But she has to do an
Okay.
internship too, and she
Mm-hmm.
works like as a manager at fucking American
Okay,
Eagle,
period.
and she told me, or no, my mom told me because we were talking about it, that they don't
Uh-huh.
allow you guys to do remote internships at all. Like if you do an internship, it has to be in
I don't
person. Is that real? Because I was like,
I
that's
maybe
crazy.
that's for her.
Yeah, it might be for like the business part of
That's
it too.
probably
Like
for
you need
her
to be in
major,
a
but that's I've never heard that. I mean, like for what I do, you kind of it
would
would make
want
more
to be in
sense to be in
person.
person because
Yeah.
like you want to be like in the lab doing things, but no
Yeah.
one has ever specifically been like you can't do like I know people who have remote. internships.
I know,
So
yeah, because I'm like, dude,
I don't,
like so
I guess
many
that's her major. Yeah.
opportunities. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
that's crazy because there's no way that you can do school full time and a full time job and a in person internship unless it's like
Yeah.
5 hours a week or something. But that's crazy. I don't know. I'm
Your
excited.
thesis.
There's one new guy,
Okay.
new to me, but he was here
Yeah, how is he
last year.
new? Oh.
It was there's like a couple people I know who, I mean, the arts degrees are weird because there's people who did like their foundational years before COVID and then stopped
Mm,
school for a while, like during COVID and then like a year after or something. And then they come back and they're like technically in your track or whatever,
right,
skill
right.
wise. So I think he caught up last year and then he's in our year now, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
him. Like I've never had a class with him, so it's interesting because I'm like, oh, you're from
Who are
before
you?
times, yeah. But he's chill.
Okay.
And then everybody else is like old except for the teacher. But I'm
Mm,
excited about that.
yippee. Yeah.
Um, I we had to do a brainstorming thing
Okay.
because the project has to start somewhere,
You gotta start
and
going.
it was basically like a whole word map situation,
Mm-hmm.
and mine was like gay stuff, like all gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like start with a theme and then like branch out from there. And it was like kind of heartfelt. I was like, maybe I'll do my thesis on gay stuff. But
You
um but
should.
everybody was like, "Whoa, that's like crazy." Because my like cohort is not very, they're not really that gay. So, it's crazy and it's different.
Lame.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
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 Um, Also crazy thought. Did you
Mm-hmm.
hear about Bottoms before I asked you about Bottoms, the
I have
movie?
heard about bottoms,
You've
yes.
heard about it though. But I've spoken to so many people these past couple of days, like I was about to say this week, but not really, like just recently,
Yeah.
and been like, "Oh my god, are you gonna watch Bottoms?" And they're like, "What? What is that? What is that?" They just haven't heard of it. Like it's happened to
Mm.
me almost to every single person I've asked in person, like in public, about it, and I'm like, this can't be that niche. It's not that
It's
niche.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either, but it's
No.
baffling me.
That is interesting.
Was there a location near you after
I was about
all?
to say I did look. There's one in Greenville. There's a showing tomorrow night at like 10:40, so maybe I'll go to
Oh,
that
you
one.
have to. I think you have
Yeah,
to.
because I was looking at the theater and it had showings for tomorrow and for Wednesday, and I don't know how far out theaters usually go, but they didn't have any after that. And I was like, are they
We can't
stopping it
take the
after that?
chance. We can't
I
take
know,
the
so I think I have
chance.
to go tomorrow because
I
I
think
don't
you
want to
have
risk it.
to. I'm telling you, it's life changing. It is
Okay,
life
I'm
changing.
excited.
You know, Party for You, Charlie,
Yes. Yes, love that song. Great song. Fantastic song.
needle dropped. Needle is
Okay.
dropped. You're gonna love
Okay.
it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Um, and you didn't watch Red, White, and Royal Blue.
No, I haven't. I've heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the gay in that is the gay in here. He's in this. There's like
Oh, okay.
the blonde one. He's in that. He
Oh,
is in
okay.
that.
Do you want to talk about COVID?
Yeah, actually, the COVID situation is not chill. It is not chill at all.
It's not.
It's really bad, actually. It's not good. It's
Yeah, what's it
bad.
like in DC? Because you're like in a city.
It's not chill. It's really not chill. The vibe is like everybody is like COVID? Like we've never heard of her. That doesn't exist really.
Yeah.
But then the vibe in about like a month is gonna be like, oh,
Oopsies.
time to lock it up again because,
Yeah.
dude, these lecture halls, I'm sitting there in my required class lecture hall with a bunch of freshmen. They're coughing up a storm. They're coughing everywhere,
Get
frankly.
out of
They're
there.
coughing open mouthed. They're coughing onto the chairs, onto the air, and it's not chill. Um,
Nasty, nasty, nasty.
yeah, so my disposition about it is like not um super super up with that, but we still have a policy I think that's like if you have COVID, like your absence is not going to count or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they put in like a temporary
Yeah.
thing, and that is good because I'm not getting freaking
Yeah.
absences out here.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, is it bad
It's
in your
like, I mean, it's
classes?
not that bad, but like one of my friend's professors got it. One of my friends got it. My coworker, all of her roommates, and I think she might have gotten it. I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while. Got it. Yeah, and like all the professors are now at the beginning of class, like, hey, like something. There's another strain out and about.
Yeah.
Be careful, guys. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Isn't it called like it starts with an E. It's like
I don't know.
Anise? An
Yes.
Eris? Is it Eris? I don't know.
Oh, it is Eris because everyone's making fun of the Taylor Swift tour.
The
Yeah,
Eris tour, which is
the
actually
Eris tour.
real. Are you getting your ticket to see the Eris tour concert movie?
I did see that. I was like,
Did
no,
you
I
see the
don't.
record-breaking sales that happened for the Eras Tour concert movie?
Did it
Um,
actually?
oh, it broke records. Oh,
I
it
didn't. I
did.
guess like the pre-sale. Like, when is it coming into theaters?
No, it's on full sale right now. Like it is, I mean, it is pre-sale because it's not out yet, but
Right.
I think it broke the record for single tickets or tickets sold in a single day or
Damn.
something. It was like $20 million were sold, and it comes out in October. It is out in the middle of October. I got
Damn.
a notification on my AMC app
Mm-hmm.
that was like buy your ticket for the Eras tour, and I went to look at just to out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
and number one thing to note is that it's like 3 hours long, so we just have to think about that. And number
Think about that one.
two, almost all of the showings in this area were sold out. Like
Oh,
in a day, I got the notification.
yeah.
I went and looked. The seats were wiped. I was like, guys, and it's not even like a single day release. It's
Yeah.
out in October. It's gonna be out for a
Oh,
couple weeks.
for.
It's gonna be out, and they're still like, I'm getting there opening night. I'm watching my Taylor Swift Era Tour concert movie,
Mm-mm.
and I'm gonna make the most of it. And I've been seeing discourse about people like, are we gonna stand during the Eras Tour concert movie?
I feel like for the couple first nights, they're gonna be standing. If you want to
They're gonna
sit, you
be
better hold off for one
standing.
of the later showings
Yeah,
because they're gonna be
yeah.
standing. Yeah.
I don't think anybody should harsh the vibe of the
No,
Eras Tour concert movie. You
I
can't
don't
harsh
think
that
so.
vibe. Personally, if I was going, if I was attending, I would wear a sequin bodysuit maybe. I would
Mm-hmm.
bring a
Well, yeah,
light.
what album would you be? What album would you dress up
This is actually
as?
a really good question. I feel like I would
Yeah.
like my favorite album is Folklore. Duh, of
Mm-hmm.
course, period, the
Mm-hmm.
end. But would I want to dress up as Folklore? That's a whole
That's the
different
question.
question. Because what even
What
is
would that
that?
be?
What would that be? Just a green, like are we doing green? Like I've
I don't
seen
know.
like every single other album,
Yeah.
like people posting their fits and stuff, like people doing Reputation. Okay,
Station.
you look
Yeah.
good. People doing Fearless. Okay, you got the purple going on.
Yeah,
People
okay.
doing red. That's just a classic. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen. Maybe it's like a dress vibe. I haven't
Yeah, I feel
seen
like it's
it,
like a I haven't
but
seen it either. But
if I had to guess, it would be similar to I've seen her like performing the folklore songs. Like she does like
mm-hmm.
two of them or something. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
pathetic. It's not okay.
Yeah.
Um, but in the music video, I think she has it's like woodsy folky,
Yeah.
in the woods vibes.
Yes.
Do you listen to Noah Kahan? Kahan?
No, but everyone's been talking
Wow.
about him because he performed with Hosier. So I was like,
Yeah, I
maybe
was
I should
about to say he
listen.
performed with Hosier. That was crazy.
Yeah.
You should listen. You should tap in. You're like really late.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
actually fucked
sorry.
up.
Sorry.
Yeah, you should feel bad about it. You should feel bad about it. Yeah, I feel like there should be a
Yeah.
discussion on senioritis, perhaps. Are
Yeah.
you feeling it? Are you getting into that? Are you really getting into those vibes?
Yeah,
Or
I think I just like I don't know. I think I really burnt myself out last semester and I just personally did not recover. And this semester is starting, and I just don't care. And also, all my classes last semester were just like, you have two tests and a final project, and I'm not giving you little assignments, which was great for me. I was like, that's awesome. I hate doing little assignments.
mm-hmm.
And this semester, my professors are all about the little assignments, and I just
No.
cannot find the motivation to do them. So I just end up doing
I'm
them before class.
yeah, that's my vibe. Like there's a point in my experience with doing readings. Like at the start, I'm doing those readings, okay? I'm
Okay.
reading the textbook, I'm making notes.
Mm-hmm.
And by start, I mean like years ago. I don't mean the start of the
Yes.
year. This
Okay,
year,
yes.
that's not
Yes, then I'm on
happening.
board.
This year, I have the syllabus open
Mm-hmm.
when I get into class. I'm looking at what we're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to have read. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at the readings, I'm clicking on the articles, and I'm skimming them right now. I swear to God, there's this girl in front of me who sits in front of me in my Congress class, and she comes into that room ready. She comes prepared. She has pre written notes on every topic that we're going to talk about. She's already looked at the slides. She has notes for all the readings. It's like
That's
long.
tough.
Yeah, it's crazy. I go onto my Notion, I open up a new page, I title it the date,
Uh-huh.
and I sometimes I make
And you
notes.
start, yeah.
And like
No.
sometimes I'm making notes about things. Like people will like put a heading of like what the vibe is or like make
Yeah.
notes by chapter. Where I'm
Mm-mm.
not doing that. I'm not doing
No.
that.
No, that's like my soils class. Oh my gosh, this teacher, we have like clicker questions. And one of the questions, we only have like four every class, is on stuff we're about to cover that we should have read about. And the girl beside me is like the girls in front of you where she has notes and she's like reading through, and I'm like looking at like because she posts slides that have like blanks in them that we'll fill in as we go through class. And I'm like trying to read through the context clues of the slides, like while I'm answering, like trying to figure out what the word could possibly be.
And what's the success rate on that? I feel like pretty high.
100% so far.
100%.
So,
And when it gets to that point where it's
so
like we're winning anyways, then what's the point
yeah.
of going through jumping through all those hoops?
No,
There's no
exactly.
need to do all of that.
I like actually
Um
don't need to.
there's no need to.
No.
Um and I literally just looked at the notes for the first time and I saw that you put I'm tired with a lot of vowels.
Because I
I'm
am.
tired. And then working in college, and I was like, that's my vibe. That is my vibe. I woke up on Friday, this past weekend. I woke up on Friday with fucking viral conjunctivitis in my eye. I woke up with a fucking swollen eye. Do you understand? And I blame
Oh,
that on being tired. I blame that on being fucking tired. I don't know what
yeah.
caused that. It could have been the
Yeah.
freshmen, could have been the germs. I don't know, but it was bad. And then it went
Uh-huh.
away. It just went away.
Oh,
It just
okay.
and you know why it went away? It was because I was supposed to be working and I was not working. I was not working. Friday is my heavy work day.
Oh,
I was trying. I was
you were
trying,
trying.
but it was not you know, we can only do
Not
as much
happening.
we can only do as much as we can do. Federal government, I was working. Anyways, but yeah, it was like last week was crazy. I was so bugged. I was so tired. Just
Yeah.
the week hit
Yeah.
different.
It sure did.
Yeah.
It sure did.
Was it the same for you?
Yeah, I
It's like
just
12-hour
like
days every single day. Is that just me? This is
no,
not okay.
literally, I do every day, and I just I like find solace in my coworkers at my coffee shop because all of them are like that. But I swear the general population of Clemson, not that many people work, and not that
No.
many people work a lot. And so I'm just like, they're like, oh, like, why don't you just do this? Like one of my coworkers one time, they're like one of the rare ones who just like works for fun. They were like,
Dude,
I was like complaining about just like working all the time. They're like, well, just change your availability and then you'll only have to work one shift a week. And I was like,
the
no,
money.
like
The
I was like, I
money.
actually can't. I can't do that
The
actually.
the money.
Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy. What? That's like the vibe.
Yeah.
That's the general population vibe here too. I mean, I feel like it's a similar type of vibe where people are like, I don't have to work. Why?
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to work. I have
Mm-hmm.
no interest in working. And then they're like, oh, it's like a whole different world. They're just doing a
Yeah.
whole different
They
thing. And it's a whole different time for
it's not for
them.
me. Yeah. They have a
Um,
whole different college experience from me.
yeah, my current setup is like the most I've ever done in a semester, so it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like hitting different because before I just had my like measly little job, picking at the
Mm-hmm.
seams, but now we're getting into it. Now we have a big girl
Okay.
job plus the
Okay.
measly job, so it's like
Oh.
two different responsibilities. And the measly job, I just get to pick whenever I do it. I have one meeting that I have to
Mm-hmm.
do a week in person, which is
Mm-hmm.
annoying, but it's necessary, I guess. And then it's not the same as what I've been working at this place for 4 years, but this year I got promoted. I got upgraded because I'm just like
Yes.
you would say yes, and it is yes, but now I actually have to like think. I actually have to think and I have to do things because my previous
Boo.
role, it was like you do some administrative stuff, do some of this, do some of that. It was not that crazy, it was really easy. But now I'm like I have to like I have to do this. I have to do this and I haven't
Mm-hmm.
done it. I haven't done it because it's like at the end of the day if I get to pick my hours, last week I was picking none. I was picking
Mm-hmm.
zero. I was like, I don't really
Zero.
need to do this right now. And so I didn't. And that's actually a little bit of a problem. But it is not like I'll get to it. I
Yeah.
will get to that and
Don't
it'll be
worry.
okay. Yeah, but then the other job is like um me sprinting from my class to the library to sit in a study room and hop on a fucking call at like 10 minutes after my class ended. Like, hey guys, like, what's up? And then I'm in the study
Hey.
room. You can only reserve. Bro, the study rooms in at my school are crazy. You
What?
can't, as a single person, there are no study rooms, technically, that you're allowed to reserve as a single person as an undergraduate. As a grad student, there you can reserve a single person room. Or if you have like DSS or whatever, like accommodations. But so I've been going into the library with my little single person self. Like I'm trying to take a Zoom call, I'm trying to, get on Teams and these people walk past and they're like staring into the room like and also you can only reserve the room for 2 hours per day. You can only reserve a room for 2 hours per
Mm-hmm.
day. So it's not even like I can reserve multiple rooms and like
Mm,
whatever. I just monitor the chart and I look for the green spaces and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
that's my next location. But
Yeah.
the other day I was in there for so long, so many people like people had that room reserved and they just were too
Mm-hmm.
nice about it. They like just walked away and I was like, "Well, okay. You could have kicked me
Okay.
out, but these are free rooms for single
Yeah.
persons to stay in until someone kicks us out."
Yeah.
So, yeah, and this dude tried to he didn't try. He like did kick me out one day, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I reserved this room." And I was like, "Ma'am,
Why you call me ma'am?
you and I are the same age, sir."
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, ma'am. Like, I'm sorry. I have the yeah, it's on here. Like, I reserved this room for this time." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. Like, people are allowed to use the rooms until like you can just kick people out, and that's fine. Like, it's no hard
Yeah.
feelings. Like, I'm gonna move to a different room."
Yeah.
He was just acting like I was being difficult about it. I was like, no, like I'm packing up
Yeah.
right now. Like I'm packing up.
Literally.
I'm leaving. Um, so yeah, working is it's
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 tough.
it's tough. Barista life lit though when you get
Barista life.
free coffee.
I free coffee. I get free coffee on my shift and then I get 50% off otherwise. Today though I
Whoa,
kind of like because I went there to go work on a lab project with my partner and they were like super busy. So I just made like three smoothies for them because I was like, you guys are busy and I feel bad. So I did just take my coffee for free because I was like, in my mind, this $2 coffee is the same as me making that.
it's the same
And then
as
I
you
brought them ice later
doing that
too, so
labor.
it really canceled out. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they're being cheap like that. Like you deserve the free coffee. Like you're
yeah,
working,
I know.
they should give it to you. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. That's kind of fucked up. Because my caffeine intake, I don't work at a coffee shop and it is still bad. It is not good.
What do you,
I'm
because you don't drink coffee, do you?
well, from time to time I will get a dirty chai from
Okay.
Pete's
Pete's.
Coffee.
Oh, I've had Pete's coffee.
And it's good. Now, here's a
Mm,
problem, fun problem that
hit me
we
with
run
it.
into. Someone that I knew like 2 years ago works at that Pete's regularly.
Is it
And
like a good no?
it is a good no. I thought we were
Okay.
close friends, you know? Like, I had the vibe that we were like, oh, like, I see her and I'm like, oh my God, it's you.
Hey.
And, but here's the issue is that she thinks my name is Blair.
Uh,
So,
That's tough for
which
you.
it happens. Like it
On to the best of
happens. It really
us.
happened. And the funny part about it is that while we were on the team that I know her from, the other sporting team,
Oh, your
um,
your rowing era.
yeah, the rowing era, I
Mm-hmm.
think she thought my name was Blair the whole time. I'm gonna be for real.
Oh,
I think she
okay.
thought it was Blair. From time to time, she would call me Blair, and I'd be like, oh, like people around me like other people on the rowing team would be like, "Oh, haha, it's not. It's actually Blaze," and it was
Uh-huh.
funny, and we would correct it and whatever. But I feel like it was
Uh-huh.
one of those things where both of those instances of correcting and then having the wrong one were just sitting there, and now it's like
Right.
if that was me, I would be confused too. You know,
Yes.
like when
No,
that
we've all been there.
happens, we've all been there, but now
We've all been there.
but now the other coworker who's actually making the coffee instead of taking the orders like
Uh-huh.
calls out the drink. She's like, "Dirty chai for Blair?" And like, "This is
And you're like, oh,
great. That's me.
this is
That's
me.
really me."
I'm
Um
Blair.
it was funny. But they at Pete's they don't write her name on the coffee
Yeah.
cup. And so whenever she took it originally, like I just didn't say my name because I was like the only person in there. I was like, oh, they're just gonna make it. Like I didn't think that they were
Yeah.
like typing it into the system or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they were,
Mm-mm.
but they were.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
is funny. But yeah, otherwise caffeine is pretty bad. I'm like entering my if I don't have caffeine in the morning, I will have a headache era.
Oh, that's when it gets
That's
bad. Yeah,
that's when it gets bad. That's when it gets bad. My
yeah.
sources I can tell you, but you're not gonna be happy about them. It's not gonna be great. It's gonna be
What
bad.
do you mean?
My sources of caffeination.
Yeah. Is it just like a energy drink?
Yeah, it's kind of like yeah, it is. And then also my pre-workout.
Oh,
Kill me, like
what's
sue
your
me.
pre-workout? Wait, because I can't.
My
What's your
pre-workout has
pre-workout?
caffeine in it also, and
But
kind
like,
of a
what brand do you
significant
use?
amount. I use I was trying to look for it. Okay,
Uh,
this is the
oh, let me see. Sport
C4
pre-workout.
sport.
C4.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
listen, I got this. I started this pre-workout in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
but because it was the only one that I could find that was like a pre-workouty pre-workout at the Woolworths, and it was the blue raspberry flavor of this.
Ooh. Ooh.
So gross. No,
Oh. I love
terrible.
blue raspberry
You,
things.
I love blue
But that one.
raspberry, but
Yeah.
it's so bad. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them.
Okay, I won't get it. I won't get it.
The so I went to go look for another one,
Mm-hmm.
and wait, I used two different ones over the summer. One of them, wait, I don't remember what the first one was, but it was also gross. Okay. And so then I went to Whole Foods and I was like, okay, let me find a pre workout, whatever. I tried the Whole Foods brand pre
Oh yeah.
workout. So gross. So fucking gross. And then, and so now I have her. And this is
Okay.
fruit punch. It's not bad. I keep it in a freaking Gatorade bottle. So in the morning, I just scoop it dry into the Gatorade bottle and
Uh-huh.
then I put it in my backpack and I fill it up with water later in the day and I drink it. And
Okay.
yeah, but otherwise though, like in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I'm like, go downstairs, energy drink. Bad, terrible. My teeth are gonna fall out. I'm gonna die. My liver's gonna fall apart. I'm
Right,
gonna die.
right.
It's not okay. I don't know. But I did start drinking the ones that are like zero sugar because I'm like, maybe that's better. Maybe that's better. But not all the time. Like
Mm-mm.
I took a Red Bull to class the other day and I felt pretty powerful. Like all the freshmen were like, "Oh my God, can you do that?" Yes, you can take a Red Bull and drink it right in the
Mm-hmm.
morning as soon as you wake up. No one's gonna stop you.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But yeah, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of like not that good.
Yeah.
And
I
then
like
Starbies. Sometimes I'll get Starbies.
you gotta get a little Starbies if you can.
Sometimes.
Sometimes I get little Starbies.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I studied abroad in Ecuador, I conquered all my problems. I
Oh,
conquered my caffeine
really?
addiction. I conquered my weed addiction. I was not drinking. I drank coffee a little bit just because I was like, I'll get a silly little drink. But then when I came back last semester, I only had a latte or like a coffee when I had an exam. And then I went
Whoa.
to England and it sucked the soul out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm back.
Now you're
And
back.
now I'm drinking coffee. Now when I have any excuse to, I'm not at the point yet where like I need it in the morning, but I'll just be like sitting in class and I'm like, you know what, if I had a coffee, I could focus more. And then I
Mhm.
just go get a little coffee in between class.
Yeah.
So, and then it's not good for my anxiety or my
No.
heart or
No.
anything,
No,
but
it's not. It really isn't.
not.
Mine was like an ebb and flow because last
Mm-hmm.
year it was like Copenhagen. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm beating caffeine addictions. Like,
Yes.
wasn't. And then I wasn't anymore. Then I found out that we had a vending machine in the building that had Red Bulls in it. And Europe is like really Red Bull pilled.
They
And
are. They really are.
yeah, it was like just right there. There's always a convenience store like 2 seconds away from whatever you're doing. So I'm like, okay, boom. Like it costs like $2. Boom, I'm getting a Red Bull. Like it was not. It was a no-brainer. Okay, so then caffeine addiction was bad. And
Mm-hmm.
then we hit Sydney. Caffeine addiction wasn't even had, I don't think.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to think about it. I don't
Right.
even think caffeine addiction really existed because I was so scared of using my own kitchen that
Oh,
where was I even going to store a drink if I had one? You know?
not there.
Not there. Definitely not there. So,
No.
yeah, but I lied though right now because I actually did end up going and getting energy drinks before class like pretty often, but I only had class like 3 days or 2 days on campus or something.
Okay.
And so I would just get something before my classes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like kind of beating the addiction. And now we're back. And now we're back again.
Now we're back.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
drank Red Bull while I was at my office job over the summer.
Oh, this summer.
And those motherfuckers do not play with Red Bull. They're like, oh my God, like I just show like an ounce of energy and
Uh-huh.
vibrancy in my youth and whatever. And they're
Uh-huh.
like, whoa, you need to calm down on that Red Bull. You need to take a
Chill
break on that
out.
Red Bull. I'm like, you better watch your fucking mouth, bitch.
Yeah. I'll
I'm
have
just
as much
kidding.
Red
But
Bull as
like,
I want.
yeah, like seriously, just because I'm like I was kind of being a little bit of a personality some days because
Uh-huh.
I was making some things I was like wanted feedback on in art school. We do so much feedback. I'm like, tell me, give
Mm-hmm.
me critique, tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna respond to you. We're gonna go back and forth. This is gonna be a whole thing.
Uh-huh.
But I was trying to have one of those moments one day, and
Wasn't
apparently
happening.
I was coked out on Red Bull. Like, dude, I'm not. Like, I'm not. I'm just passionate.
Chill
I'm just
out.
like, really getting into the vibe and the spirit of things.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, ladies.
yeah, so I was wondering though, because since you have coffee access, like that kind of seemed like,
Yeah. And I bought like some
and you
decaf
like
coffee
coffee.
today. Yeah,
Like,
that's my thing too, is I just like coffee.
if
So
I
I
liked
bought
coffee, I'd be in the trenches. I'd be actually
it's
in the
bad.
trenches. Yeah.
No, I bought some decaf today to be like, okay, maybe if I have a decaf coffee and I take it with me to class, then that will like trick my brain into thinking I've had a normal coffee.
And did it?
So I don't know. I just bought the coffee today and
Oh,
I
oh,
forgot to
oh,
bring my
oh.
coffee maker, so I'm gonna have to go back home and get that.
Oh, classic. That's actually classic when you think about it.
If you think about it, it
Um,
is.
So, wait, pivoting, what are your birthday plans?
My
I'm looking
birthday
at that and
plans?
what are, because
Yeah.
let me tell you who else has been thinking about your birthday plans. It's me. I've been thinking
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Well, okay. I've been discussing this. I've been discussing this with myself and with like random people that I run into.
As you should.
Um, I'm thinking the plan because my birthday's on a Friday,
Right.
and but
Oh,
my
good.
lab's team meetings go till 4:15 on Fridays.
Ew. Ew.
Or because the original plan was like I'll go clubbing,
Yeah.
but I think now I might go clubbing on Saturday.
Mm.
And then
You could go clubbing after 4:15 on a
I know, but the thing
Friday.
is that there's not clubs in Clemson, so I want to go to Asheville, which is like a
Oh.
2-hour drive. And also, if I'm gonna
Yeah.
be in Asheville, I'm gonna want to get food and hang out. So
Yeah.
I'd rather just have a day. So I was like, maybe on my birthday,
Birthday,
I'll
birthday.
just like I'll invite people over and like watch Twilight or something.
As
But
you
those are rough
should.
plans.
Yeah.
Nothing is set in stone. Why? What are your thoughts on my birthday plans?
I don't know. I'm like kind of fucked up about it because we have our first rugby game that Saturday.
You got
Um,
it.
Now listen, do I think I'm playing in this rugby game? No. But I was like, damn, that kind of puts a damper in it because I was really like, let me take the
Mm-hmm.
bus. Like, let me just go down.
I'm
Um,
down.
so yeah, it's actually making me incredibly sad because now I'm like, I want to watch Twilight. What? This is fucked up.
This is a little
Um,
fucked up.
and I haven't been to Asheville. I've been invited a couple
Mm-hmm.
times to go with
Mm-hmm.
my mom to see
Your
my
mommy. relatives. Uh-huh.
Um, because they're like, Asheville is such a cool place. Like, it's, you would
Mm-hmm.
love it. You would love Asheville. And I'm
I
like,
love.
are you like clocking me right now? Like, are you
Yeah,
reading me?
it's hippie central.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
the
hippie
vibe,
vegan central. Yeah.
which would be really good. Which would be a really good
Yeah.
place to go. But I don't know. I don't know. And I'm also doing a trip to New York City
Okay, when are you doing that?
in October because we
Okay.
have fall break um for like an abnormally long amount of time. And so I'm like,
Okay.
oh, okay, New York City moment could
Yeah.
happen. Um, yeah, it's also my dad's birthday, like tomorrow.
Oh,
Exciting.
happy birthday to your
Really
dad.
exciting birthday to my dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and he wants something sports related. I don't know. I'm not really the figure outerer of that, so
Okay.
that's not. But yeah, it's the big 2-1. It's
It's a
crazy.
big
It's gonna be
2-1.
crazy.
Gonna go crazy.
It's
No,
gonna be
it's like it's
crazy.
not gonna be crazy.
My 2-1 was the like the least crazy of all crazies. Like it was so like solo moment. So as long as you're not
Yeah.
on the full solo grind, I'll be happy. Like you have to have your little queer fairies like floating around you.
Yeah. I'm trying. I really the urge to just not do anything was like super strong. But I like months ago started telling people I wanted to go to a gay club, and for
Yeah.
some reason they remembered, and then they were bringing it up, and I was
Oh,
like, "Fuck."
people
So,
remembered.
well, like two people remembered, and then they say things in group settings, and
Oh
then it's like,
yeah, it spreads and
uh,
now you're going. And now you're
well,
going.
it's not like a huge group. It'll probably end up being like me and two people that will logistically, realistically end up going.
That's all the people you need at a club. Really. You
Yeah,
don't need to bring that group into a club.
I don't. I know, but
Um,
I don't know, I just had like a fun birthday last year on my study abroad, so now I'm just like sad that I'm not
yeah.
there.
Yeah. That's
So,
actually crazy though. Study abroad like missing. I've been missing my shit. Like
no, actually,
it comes back in waves. I'm like I get flashbacks, I get moments, but you can't out that to the public because you are
no.
that bitch. You are
No,
that
I
bitch
know.
who went on study abroad and you're gonna talk about it for the rest of your life and you're boring and you need to do something else. But listen, like that's
I
a
have things to
crazy I
say.
have things to say and I have feelings to feel. And if you're not
Yeah.
gonna get that, you're not gonna get that. But it was crazy. Like that's actually crazy moving somewhere
Hmm.
for 4 months, the whole
No,
thing.
literally.
Like my classmates have been they're of course like I come back after a year. They're like, "Oh my
Hmm.
God, you've done all these things, like whatever." And they're like asking me about it, and I know none of these people want to hear. Like and that's just me being like
No, I
whatever,
did the
like
same thing.
pessimistic, but I just feel so
Yeah.
like incredibly annoying. I'm just like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. Like it was really fun. Oh my God."
Yeah.
And I
It
just
was super
don't
epic.
you just can't harp on it because
Yeah.
that's so annoying to do. But they
Yeah.
ask. People ask about it. You can't like what are you supposed to
Can't just
do?
not answer. And also, like, I'm sorry, but I did cool things, and like sometimes it comes up in conversation, and what am I gonna do? Not talk about it?
Not talk
Like,
about it?
don't bring up something related in conversation if you don't
Yeah.
want me to talk about it.
Give an example. Give us an example.
An
Like an
example.
island, like something like I went swimming with the sharks.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, just like, especially when I'm talking about things in my major, I'm like, oh, when I was volunteering at a farm in the Galapagos,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
And
yeah, I did. When I was in the Amazon,
things come up.
yeah,
Things come up
they
like that.
do.
And especially like I relate to that in the art section of it. And like, oh yeah, when I was like if we're talking about like bike lanes, I'm like, oh my God, the bike lanes in Copenhagen were crazy. Like they had
So
so many bike
good.
lanes. But that's just you can't. It's you have to pick and choose because
Yeah,
I feel so annoying about it. But it's real. It
yeah,
is real
it is
and we
real.
have to get that out.
I
And to
know,
speak
and I
our
feel like
truth.
I almost the other day because I like said something about it at work the other day, and I was like, that was literally a year ago. Like, I feel like I should not still be talking about it, but here I am. And
But
also,
here
like,
here
I
we
don't know,
are.
I'm like pretty close with a lot of my friends I studied abroad with, so I'm
Yeah.
still like actively thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, well, this is my bestie.
Yeah.
We did things.
Besties, miss them.
Miss them, honestly.
That was like
Yeah.
my Copenhagen group was really close, but a lot of them were like graduating last spring,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's kind of like, you know, and then also like everybody at different schools, like your besties
Yeah.
are from different places too. Like,
No, none of them are near me.
yeah,
It sucks.
it is not the vibe.
I was gonna say a lot of them live in the Midwest and they
Mm,
wanted to do a meetup at the end of September and I was like,
yeah,
guys, it's a $300 plane ticket for me to go to Omaha.
I'm not
I
going to
cannot,
Omaha.
I was like, I cannot justify in my mind spending $300 on a weekend trip to Omaha.
Yeah, there's like a pretty good group of us who are like, there's like a chunk of people in Minneapolis and the
Mm.
Twin Cities and all that. And they're like, oh, just come to the Twin Cities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when I'm going to the Twin Cities. I would love to go. I would love to
I'd love to go. I'd
explore.
love to be
I mean
there.
it looks like a great place. I mean it really does. Unironically,
Mm-hmm.
Minneapolis looks fun. It looks fun.
That's
But
fine.
it's not at the top of my list currently.
Yeah.
So should we skip to
So,
media? Because
media,
I see
yeah.
on here and beating the no media allegations and I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
I finished The Bear and I watched 2 episodes of Fiona and Cake. And
Okay,
personally, that is a lot for me.
let's break it down. Let's break that
Yeah,
down.
break that
So,
down.
how much of The Bear did you have left to finish?
I
How many
I don't
episodes?
remember
How many
I don't
episodes?
remember where I was last time because I don't know.
Were you on the second season?
I think so. So I think I watched at least like half a season. I think I watched like 4 episodes at least.
Okay, so 4 episodes, that equals, we're gonna
Huge
put
deal
that
for me.
out 2 hours. We'll put that at two
Yeah,
hour runtime. And
two
then
hours,
we have
2 episodes.
2 episodes of Fiona and Cake, which is 1 hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's one
3 hours.
hour. 2 hours. I'm just, hold on, I'm doing the math. Hold on. Plus
Yeah, I don't feel
one
numbers.
hour. Was there anything else? Bottoms we can add to next week's total, so that's not even,
Yeah,
that's gonna be an hour and a half.
I
So
went with
it
a
won't be
friend and
crazy.
rewatched the Barbie movie. I don't know if that counts 'cause it's not new for me.
No, I think that counts. So that we'll just add two
Yeah.
hours to that. So, okay, let's
Um,
see. Let's
I
calculate.
rewatched an
Oh, there's
episode of New
more?
Girl this morning. I rewatched an episode of New Girl this morning.
I don't, how long are those? 30 minutes?
20 minutes.
20
20
minutes?
minutes. Yeah.
Okay, so that equals, this is hard math for a girl like me. I think
You
that's
got it. You got it.
5 hours and 20
That's
minutes.
huge. For 1 week?
There you go,
Come on.
folks.
Come on.
Um,
Think of what you could do in 5 hours.
yeah, so when I saw that note, I thought maybe something else had happened. I thought something monumentous had changed.
No,
But
that's a lot for me.
this is me processing, this is me thinking about it and like feeling what I'm feeling. That is a
Mm-hmm.
lot. That is a lot for you. That is. That is. You're busy,
Yeah.
you're a busy bee. Um
Mm-hmm.
my media has gone down.
Okay.
Probably, but
Yeah, what
not a
was your
lot.
media
Not a lot.
consumption this
I
week?
don't know. Like if I had to actually calculate, I actually don't know. I watch a lot of stuff.
Like
Um
where do you find the time? This is my question. Where do you find the time?
my question is where do you not find the time? There's so many amazing things to see. All my closest friends are on there. I'm watching all the things. Okay, here, let me just give you. I'm only gonna give you the movies
Oh, only
because
the
I don't
movies.
only
Okay.
the movies. I don't know. There's been other things. So yesterday I watched Hunt for the Wilder People, Taika Waititi movie. Love
Okay.
him. Good movie.
Okay.
Would recommend. And then the day before I watched Vampire Academy 2014.
Okay.
You've
Okay.
seen?
Yeah.
You've seen?
I'm pretty sure I've seen
I've
that.
never seen. I was shocked.
Let me
And
look at the
then
poster.
this was
Keep
a
going.
double feature with the movie Fallen,
I don't
classic,
think I've seen that.
2016 classic. It was terrible. Don't watch it.
Okay.
And then the day before that I watched Bottoms, as we all know. It changed my
Mm-hmm.
life. It was really awesome. Where's the weekend? On the 28th. Okay, so on the 30th I watched You Hurt My Feelings with
Uh-huh.
what is her name? Julia Louis DeFries. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I sound really stupid, but you know who that is,
Yeah, I do.
probably. And then I watched Vivarium with Jesse Eisenberg
Nice.
and the other girl, and that was pretty good. It was like a surrealist film. It was pretty good. And then I
Okay.
watched The Amazing Spider-Man 2
Great
on
movie.
the 28th. So that was the whole week of movie. That was one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 movies.
How do you watch a movie a day? Like that's actually heinous to me.
Because sometimes you have double features and then it evens out. My movie count, can you give me a guess what my movie count is for the year?
Well, if you're doing, I don't know how many weeks have passed, but if you're doing one a day, like you've got to be pretty up
No,
there in the
just like,
hundreds.
just give it a guess. Just give it a figure.
Mm, 140, 140.
198 is my current count.
Okay,
So it's
that's
pretty
kind of
good.
insane.
It's less than one per day. I know that because sometimes I look at the number of days that have passed and I'm like, damn, I like lost my. Because at the beginning of the year, I was doing more than one per day and then I lost steam somewhere. But because
Crazy,
I think I was watching
crazy.
TV, I started rewatching
Mm,
Mad Men. I've been considering
mm-hmm.
getting back into The Walking Dead. I
Okay.
I watched an episode of Interview with a Vampire
Oh
yesterday,
yeah,
which
yeah.
was that episode of Interview with a Vampire was an hour and 16 minutes. So
Damn.
that's like a whole nother movie.
Okay. Yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
ooh,
Um,
ooh,
uh,
ooh, ooh. So
ooh.
that's the media. Bottoms is my media. And
Okay.
and on SoundCloud recommendation. Hold on, everybody get your
Okay. Hit me with
SoundClouds.
it. Hit me with it.
You have that downloaded?
Not on my phone. No.
Guess what? But you're gonna get back into it because
Okay.
there's been this trending remix of an Aisha Erotica song.
Oh, period.
It's her song Yummy, but there was a
Mm-hmm.
remix with this dude's beats and
Mm-hmm.
it's so the SoundCloud remix is called Aisha Feeling Righteously Yummy because it was the beat was called Righteous and the song is
Oh.
called Yummy.
Mm-hmm.
That remix is fire.
Okay.
Everybody should
I'll listen
listen.
to it.
And your
I'll
media
listen to it.
is
My
watch
music media.
Barbie again, or just any.
Watch Barbie again. Yeah. I'm gonna say the finale of The Bear was great.
Oh yeah,
Love that one. So I'm gonna say
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
then album I've been listening to today. Um, I don't know how to say the first word of it, but it's Karis and Calypso in the Deep Time. My Candy Claus.
Oh
It's a fun, chill summer album.
wow,
Yeah.
a fun
It's
chill
very
summer
chill.
album.
Fun, chill, just like you're like a little meadow. You feel like you're in a little meadow.
Wow,
And that's the
that's
album.
beautiful. I've had some. Everything fair. Oh my god. The micro. The micro.
The sound your microphone makes when it falls is so funny.
Oh my god. Look at her.
Okay.
Wait, it fell apart. Actually,
Oh,
the nut and the bolt.
um,
No. How do I screw it back on? Hold on, I'm figuring it out. God, that was scary.
mechanic moment.
Fuck. Oh, it's unplugged.
Oh,
That's great. That's fucking awesome. Hello? There she goes.
there you go.